Hey, welcome to the Chop. This is our podcast, this barbershop style, where we will chop up any subject that we want to. And we hope y'all enjoy it. So, bringing it to you today, I'm Seth. I'm Seth the Dark Child,
Twins Inc.
running around setting it up because we gotta build it as we fly, baby. So we got to keep it moving. So today's topic, when we, I'm gonna mention this right because if you haven't seen Loki on Disney Plus, um, spoiler alert, we're not gonna dissect it specifically, but if you haven't seen it, you might want to tune. Forget it. Don't miss us just to watch Loki. Why would you do that?
Well, first off, spoiler alert. Okay,
I said that already, right?
I know. I'm just making sure. We're not going to talk about the whole concept of the show because it is a great concept.
Yeah,
But we're going to talk about the low-key woman character. And you see the title of the show is where's my phone at? Bill does be fly, people. Hold on one second.
yes, sir. But yeah,
Here we go. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We still growing here. We're building as we fly. Had a little technical problems, so we got a little late start, but we here. But the title of the show today is no, not that one. Sorry. Here we go. Who's causing chaos? The rise of the female villain. Now, if you've seen the show Loki, you know exactly what we're talking about as far as a female villain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you understand the concept of the show, it had a single line as far as the current timeline, right? It was one straight line. Everything was going smooth. Everything was going great, right? But unfortunately, there was a situation in the store where the woman, she's a woman now, but as a little girl, she got taken away from her family as a little girl. And she had a hard life growing up, and she's not an adult, but she spent her whole life as far as getting revenge and getting XYZ back, right?
Just being angry.
Angry woman. Okay, anyway, she's angry, want to kill everybody because she's young, she's angry, she kills everybody to get what she wants, right? Cool. We get to the final stage, the big boss mode, right? And the guy sat there and he gave her two options, ladies and gentlemen, two options. He said, one, I know everything you've been through has been tough. I'm sorry, but that's how things had to go. See, ladies, you need to understand, men have to make hard decisions in life because there's an end goal that we got to make sure we keep, right? We don't base our things off emotions and feelings. So this example I'm about to give you is a prime example of real life. So the man, which is the black guy in the suit, is Kang the Conqueror, but whatever, he's one of the characters. But he told her that he understands her life. He's sorry, XYZ. But here we are right now at the table. You can here's two options. Either you kill me and everything hits the fan, or you could take my position in this.
Wait. There was actually three options.
Good.
No, you're right, but there were three options too.
All right.
You kill me and everything hits the fan.
Right.
I can put you back into the system.
Right.
And give you everything you wanted.
Oh, that was key right there. Put you back in the system and give you everything that you want. You're right. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the third option was you can have my throne. You can take my place. You can run it the way you want to run it.
Right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the lady had three options. And I gave you a quick synopsis of where she came from and why she doing what she doing, right? And we had this conversation about men are critical thinkers and women are emotional thinkers. This is the true fact. Can't make this stuff up. Loki, the main Loki, which is the god character.
Just to be clear, Loki is the god of mischief and evil in Norse mythology. He's a bad guy. Go ahead.
And if you watch any of the Avenger movies from the beginning, everything that happened in the Marvel Universe in Phase 2 or 1, 2, 3 was because of Loki, right? He was a villain. He was a bad guy. He's the reason why the Avengers got together in the first place, right? So they're both at the same table talking to the same dude at the same time. And he gave them both the options. She can have her whole life back. She can take his position, or she can kill him. And what happens there happens there. Loki, same thing. They offer Loki, hey, you could be the king of Asgard. You could have Thor's hammer, kill Thor and everything. And at the end battle, the female version Loki versus the guy version. They fight each other. The guy held much restraint because he was not trying to kill her.
Nope, at all.
He actually confessed his love to her,
like a simp.
right? And he knew the situation that he said, just think about for 1 second. Just step back for 1 second. Just think here.
He pretty much begged her to calm down.
Calm down. Like, just stop for 1 second. Just think about it for a second, right? Just stop. What happened? What if what he's saying is correct? What happened if this one decision we make bad can mess up everyone, period? Everyone. And this everyone in the whole multi-universe, everyone. And guess what? She didn't care. Because what? She was selfish. She didn't care about herself.
Her feelings.
She was still in the feelings because, once again, as a little girl, she was taken away from her family, lived a rough, hard life, killed plenty of people in the time of trying to get to the end guy. So she's just as bad as the guy who's running the show. Long story short, she kills the guy, and now we have chaos. Kind of the same thing in these families when the woman decides she wants to leave or break up the family. You have chaos.
Just saying.
Can't make this stuff up.
I mean, no, they did make this stuff up, but it reflects reality. This reality. Is what you guys are doing.
And I know some people think, oh, this is just a TV show. If you have you noticed that when entertainment is actually targeting to women and kids, mainly women, right? So the storyline that they created is based off. If you look at it, it's based off the woman. Like
all the time.
Like honestly, think about it. If the guy Loki had the option to control everything, guess what? He wouldn't kill the guy. There wouldn't be no multiverse. We wouldn't have phase 4, phase 5 going on Marvel. It'd be done. It'd be over.
Wouldn't be
Loki be sent the throne and controlling everything and keeping everything in peace. But no, the woman said, I don't want that. I don't want revenge. I don't want power. So one, she kills the guy. She throws away her boo that he confesses love to her and we can have life together. She pushed him somewhere else.
Never put a man over her feelings, bro.
And then on top of that, after she did everything she did, she sits down there and starts crying.
Now that bugged me the most.
We don't care about your tears.
No, you know what?
Are you serious?
I want to draw an analogy. I want to draw a line to contrast her to Thanos. Okay. So when in Infinity War, Thanos did everything he had to do with one goal in mind, to erase half the universe. Right?
Straight down the middle, half.
He knew what he was doing. He drove that truck to do it. And at the end of the day, he sat down because he had did what he meant to do. He wasn't tied up in his feelings. He had a job. He did it. He did bad stuff along the way. So we're not going to say he innocent. Yeah. But he didn't. He did because he thought it was the best for the universe. No matter how much you hate Thanos, when he did that first snap, he thought he was doing what was right for the universe. She didn't. That was her feeling. That's all she cared about, was how she felt when she did that.
Right. And I don't want to take too far left here, though. But the reason why Thanos did this snap, because the planet where he came from was running out of resources. And to save his people, the best decision he come up with is getting rid of half. Kind of what's something happening right now. I don't want to say no words about anything because I don't want our channel to get any strike anything. But you think what's going on now and this pandemic going on, cutting resources in half, kind of similar what's going on now.
We're gonna pin it.
But we'll pin it there.
Pin it. But I'm not saying you're wrong, just pin it.
I'm gonna pin it. But yes, when you compare it to Thanos and her, yeah, Thanos did shed a tear after killing his daughter. I mean, it wasn't his biological daughter, so it was actually stepdaughter. But either way, he still killed her. He had a little tear, but he had to do what he had to do.
Wait, because at this point, you can get into a moralistic. Did Thanos do it? Why did Thanos do it? He thought he was doing it for what we would consider logical reasons. He explained his logical reasons the whole time.
Yeah, he did.
You ain't got to like him. You ain't got to agree with him. But at least you knew he could stand here and discuss his reasons with you. Nah. So don't put her on the same level as Thanos.
No, not even
I mean, I did it. I brought it up, but don't put it there because
I get it.
She was in her feelings.
No,
and she was
like, but
let it burn.
Only why I said you stand because they're both villains.
And they both did some really bad stuff.
Both bad things, but once Thanos got what he wanted, he snapped it. Everyone's half. He went back to a farm and he just lived out his life and chilled.
Yeah, in peace. He was
In
like,
peace by itself.
he didn't do so that's Thanos. Before anybody brings it up, I want to put out
Yeah.
Thanos is a bad guy. Thanos did bad stuff. And boom, Thanos. And you know what the bad part is about when Thanos did the bad stuff?
What was that?
He was prepared to pay the cost for his mistakes.
And he did.
Now I'm gonna guarantee this because we should revisit this when they come out with Loki part 2.
Uh-huh.
Let's see what she does if she's willing to pay the price for her decision. Because I'm pretty sure we'll be back here talking about
Nah.
Because
right, because like I said, only thing she did, he went to a garden and he chilled out, whatever. She started crying instantly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what have I done? What? It's over.
Because think about it.
You watching the universe
right,
fall apart.
You think about it. So you killed him, and now what? You killed the guy that kind of ruined your life, right?
And
now what?
What? Isn't that the same questions I be asking all the time?
Now what?
What's your plan? What was your plan beyond that moment? This dude offered you, yo, you could just have the kingdom. You could have this. Now, you know what? I'm going to be 100. She could have took his job, took control of it, got it in order, and then killed him. But that would have involved thinking a little bit further down the road. It's like, bruh, this is, okay, so back to the topic when we say the rise of the female supervillain. Listen, if you stop back for a moment and start looking at Disney movies, Disney is so determined to, it ain't just Disney, but they're right here in this moment. They're so determined to empower women and make women the focus of every movie that they've embraced the fact that you guys are just as bad as men, and they're gonna write you for it. But when they write you into that role, they still leave y'all looking like weak women at the end of the day. I don't personally feel like Sylvia was sort of strong and independent, decisive. I don't feel like she was any of that. I feel like she was an idiot. I feel like she made me
feel. Remember,
no. I feel this.
Okay,
because I don't think I feel watching her do that. I felt like, oh my God, please, Joe Biden, don't die.
Who's Joe Biden? So that was Kang?
No. Loki. Joe Biden is Loki.
I got you.
Please, Joe Biden, don't die. Because I don't want Sylvie to be at to have the choose the future of the world.
That's scary right there.
Just saying. And it just seems like a movie. The bad part about it is that if I'm gonna say this is anecdotal. Have you ever watched this TV show or series with a woman? And the moment they get down into not the most action-packed part of it, the most drama, when somebody's doing something dirty to somebody else or somebody's doing something conniving, and you sitting there thinking I've done this. I've been there like, man, that's dirty right there. I've looked over at whoever might have been watching it with me,
right?
And I see the intense focus. I'm like that's, and I mentioned it lately because I choose violence all the time now.
Not physical though.
No, not physical, but I choose to confront any kind of weirdness I see in personal interaction. Look, what were you looking at? I was just looking at how she did it, or how they did it, and why they did it, and what they was doing about it, and how it interacted. And I'm thinking, I don't know if you should stay at my house tonight, because that's the kind of stuff when you see the way men get excited over action TV shows or something sports, like Falcon and the Winter Soldier or sports. That watch First 48 or How to Catch a Killer or Psychopath, and watch how your girl is focused on that portion, that show.
That's some of their favorite shows, and that's kind of scary. Like, think about that. Like my wife watched the criminal law and all that stuff. Crime shows, medical. So you know how to kill me, you know how to get away with it, you know how to fix it, clean me, help me. Like, this is crazy. Like, yeah, we watch TV, but we watch sports.
Yeah,
or we watch action stuff.
And we don't get me wrong, because I like to see a good building blow it up. I do blow it up, but at the same time, I'm not really
trying to learn how to do it.
I'm really not trying to figure out. I'm not trying to understand what goes through a woman's mind when she's sleeping with her daddy and a son, and she's pregnant with both of they with a kid, and she don't know which one it is. So she's gonna.
Slot right
So
there.
she already decided to lie to both of them, and you know what I'm saying. And she's gonna choose which one has the best option to take care of the kid, and she's gonna tell them to fall. And I'm sitting there like, why would you watch this? And all I can hear is, it's good.
Oh, Lifetime. Yes, yes. Listen, all right. Sidebar.
We all off the
sidebar.
but
Real
we're coming
quick.
back. We're coming back.
Yes, I never understand. I know we're over the place. We'll come back to the topic, but I never understand how any woman can sit there and say, "Oh, Lifetime's my favorite my favorite station." I'm like, "What? Are you serious?" I said, "Those are stories about real people that actually happen. Like, if you can watch that with popcorn and like, oh, this is good. You know, someone actually died, right? You know, the woman died. You know, the guy died, and everything else happened. But those things actually happen. I don't find that entertainment.
Oh,
I don't like. I don't find watching real life stories as entertainment.
I know we all off
I know.
topic. We might have should have did this on reality TV. I despise reality television.
Yeah.
My life got way too many problems. I mean, like Real Housewives of Atlanta, Big Brother, Married to Medicine, Survive. I mean, it's like you can't blink when you watching other people go through real life trauma and struggles. This is candy for you. This is, to me, it's sick. It's sick. You can watch Survivor, but bruh, to be that invested in something and you like, that person almost starved to death. I know, it was good. No.
It's good. I can see if you're watching it like Survivor. I can see you watching Survival so you can learn how to do those things. But if you're watching it because it's just good, then that's a problem.
They are not watching to learn.
All right, let's pull it back in.
Yeah, so back to
we talking about
hey, let me turn the time to stone right quick.
Dr. Strange real quick.
So back to the rise of the female villains though. I've noticed lately, if anybody's watched any movies, that they decided to put a lot of females into the villain roles of movies. So now they the stars and the villains. Yay, go girl power. And women are loving this stuff, but you guys don't realize how much it's changing
you.
Yeah, you and men's perception of you because, okay, spoiler alert, Black Widow. So if you haven't seen Black Widow,
pause it.
No. Sucks for you. So you on Black Widow, of course, Black Widow is an assassin.
Mm-hmm.
Her sister's an assassin.
Yeah.
The mother is an assassin.
Mm-hmm.
The father is an assassin.
Yeah.
All right.
Super soldier assassin, but assassin.
So that everybody's an assassin.
Mm-hmm.
You've been treated bad. I mean, you were forced to get a hysterectomy. Oh my God. I was just listening. I'm like, this is brutal. I can't.
Yeah, that was brutal.
It was horrible.
Very.
Okay. For me as a dude, the idea of doing that to a woman like against her will, I don't know why women think men are the bad guys. That was horrible.
Yeah.
But fast forward. So you had a family and all this. Your mother, who you thought was dead, is still alive. And guess what? She's still working for the same bad guy, which you have set out to destroy. Way to go. Take one right there for Natasha. So then fast forward it to the end of the movie because it's a lot of fast forwarding. But once again, spoiler alert. The mom at the very end, after doing all this crazy bad stuff for decades, I've decided to be good and help my daughter take down the bad guy who actually has been paying my bills up until like now.
It had to be 20 plus years because when they got put into not kidnapped, when they got put into the program, they was teens, just 8 years old, 6 years old, so they was young. And now Natasha and they grown women. They ain't teenagers, so it had to be 20 plus years that she been on payroll.
Yeah, and let's not even act like she was working to destroy the process from the inside out. No, she was working to advance it and make it better. So no, you don't get no cool points. No pass. You are a bad guy. You're a villain. But since you decided within the last 5 minutes of the movie to turn coat and turn against the villain, hey, it's all good. We're family now. Let's forgive the fact that you have ruined the lives of hundreds of young ladies across the planet.
Actually, thousands.
Probably.
Remember when you put the screen up?
Oh, they said people were dying. They're like, if you don't pass, you die, right? They were just killing them.
Yeah.
Thousands of young ladies But hey,
But somehow, and also to even add to that, and somehow with everything that Seth the Dark Child saying about the movie Black Widow, and if you watch it, you understand what he's saying. Somehow they spun it to make it seem like it was the guy who did everything.
He was the ultimate evil.
He was the ultimate bad guy who did everything. So it was like, yeah, we did it because they was forced to do it. Okay, I get that, but I don't understand how one guy can force thousands of women to do things under his control. But how was he able to control those thousands of women? Oh, it took another woman who created a mind program thing to help him do that. So yes, he was a bad guy to a certain extent, but if he had the woman to give him the knowledge and skills to create the tools to do it, he wouldn't have did nothing. There would have been no Black Widow. There would have been no movie. Exactly. But somehow they spin it like he's a big old bad guy in the movie.
And they give her a total pass at the end.
Yeah, she jumps on the helicopter and fly away with the female version of Taskmaster. That's a whole nother great matter.
We ain't even gonna
no. We're gonna chat that up later on.
Okay.
That's a whole nother.
But we want that one.
We want that one.
But you know what?
I want all the smoke for that one.
But that's two times in the last couple of movies where the women, if it wasn't for the women, there was nothing bad would have happened. And I'm fine with you being it, but you gotta understand that's just, and this is Disney. So this is a thing. Because you can look at
hold on, so
Goldie,
hold on, thought. So
okay.
Yes, we love Marvel and we love everything. We watch everything. Captain Marvel, we watch everything. So it's not we hate women like that. We just pointing the obvious things out. But let's step away from Marvel and Disney right now because we love them. So that's not a bash for them. We love them. Okay. So another TV show that most of us know about that's on HBO and it's called Power. It's a big rich town. Hey. You know what that is, 50 Cent, all that good stuff. So if now there's no spoiler, like because they're like 6 seasons in, and now we got spin-offs.
If you don't know,
you don't know. But I want to give y'all a quick understanding because you have Tasha and you have Ghost, right? If you go back to the beginning of season 1, Ghost, the main guy, yeah, he was a drug dealer, he was a killer, all that, but all he wanted is to get. What he wanted was to find the means to get out the game, to start a club, and become a straight businessman. Kind of like Jay-Z. Because Jay-Z, supposedly, in the street, now he's a businessman, right? It is what it is. But that's all Ghost wanted. Ghost wanted this to get out the game, right? But what happened is, his woman, Tasha, she wanted him to keep that same lifestyle as the big drug dealer, the big bad guy, all this stuff. So if you go back and watch season 1, the reason why it ended the way it ended is because she could not get her own way. Okay. She wanted him to be something that he didn't really want to be. And sad part about it is she's the one to manipulate his own son, to kill his dad.
Wow, didn't see that coming.
Yeah. I mean,
I probably did, but yeah.
I mean, that's the first Power book. So if you missed that, I don't care. Too late. But the point I'm trying to make is that we just give you examples of how everything. I know it's a TV show, but the thing is this: we have women now who turn their kids against their fathers. Now they're not going to kill their fathers, but they not having a good relation with them. They hate them. They don't like them because they want around. But I'm just giving y'all a prime example as far as going on in these movies, which is not too far off what's going on in the real world today. I got one more that I want to throw out because it was great. Did you ever see Game of Thrones? No, but I think tell me a little about it. Go ahead.
Once again, I watched Game of Thrones and it was weird. It was huge. 8 seasons of straight up chaos. But running through the chaos, the entire series of, if you go back and watch it, the entire series is based on a woman, Cersei Lannister, having sex with her brother.
Wow.
Yeah, it's freaky. It's really freaky. But a good chunk of what's wrong is her trying to keep that secret. She did a whole lot of bad stuff just to keep that secret, just to keep that from being laid on the table.
So what you're saying
and then
go ahead. Finish.
And then as the series goes by and stuff happens, she goes more and more insane. So she's a monster.
Some more down the rabbit hole.
Yeah. Then, but don't get me wrong, because of course there's always going to be a hero who's going to step up and defeat the villain.
Right.
Which, let me say the name if you haven't seen it. what was it? Daenerys Targaryen.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so Daenerys, who has dragons, and she's gonna liberate everybody. Which, if real talk, if you watch it, she pretty much caused chaos across 2 continents. But that's fine because she's gonna defeat Cersei Lannister. Wait, how did she defeat Cersei Lannister? Oh, right. She used her dragons to slaughter an entire city. Not the warriors, not the soldiers. No, she burned the city.
Innocent people.
But she was the hero.
Oh,
You know what was so bad about her being the hero?
what was that?
Is that eventually they had to kill her to protect everyone else.
Now, how long? So, what season did they decide to finally kill her?
Oh, it was in the eighth season.
8 seasons. So, from season 1
It's just pretty much downhill.
downhill. Okay.
You
Hey,
know,
ladies and gentlemen, all we want you to pinpoint, because these are both 2 great shows, Power and Games of Thrones.
Mhm.
I know many people watch either one of the shows, but I want you to understand how both these shows started and what made them what they were, and
Yeah.
what is the basis. Like, what is the foundation of what caused these shows that started and how they end?
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, you can say with Power, well, he was cheating on his wife. Okay, yeah, we get that. I understand. But at the end of the day, go ahead.
Keep going.
I get that, I understand. But, everybody's doing my cheating in the TV show and X, Y, Z. But she could have walked away and kept everything she wanted. But she wanted to be the kingpin, which kind of almost happened. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we need to understand the chaos that's happening right now in the world and TV, everything you see is not men, it's the women.
Well, and I mean, listen, I don't want to say that men don't cause harm. Listen, this ain't about men and women doing that. I'm talking about, I'm on the men's side. Dudes do horrible stuff. We do this. We get this. But I'm talking about in movies because I'm gonna tie something in that might not be 100% attached to it. But so I had a conversation with a friend about every man getting a paternity test when the baby's born.
Oh, you saw a video on YouTube?
No. This is a real conversation. Well, I saw that topic, but I had this with an actual.
I'm gonna find that video for you, but go ahead, continue.
Okay.
I love where you're going with it.
So and we had a long knockdown, drag out argument about the reason for it to be there. I eventually told her that the problem is that, ladies, you guys have forfeited the benefit of the doubt. Right? Men used to look at y'all as on a pinnacle, on a pedestal. We thought that you were more moral than us. We thought, honestly, when we introduced women, what do we say? This is my better half. That was a pedestal that was unassailable. Men thought women lied less. Women were calling men dogs for years. Turns out, with actual studies and reports, women lie as much as men. So you don't have a moral high ground there. Well, maybe women are more pure than men. There's sugar and spice and everything nice. And then we get YouTube and girls going wild, and it turns out you're not really that sugar and spice, right? That's once
Spicy.
again, yeah, that's another one of those moral high ground. And then, well, maybe women are struggling just like men, and they're getting by, and they're trying to be strong. The moment the pandemic hit, what did they do? They ran to OnlyFans. What happened to being strong and stoic? No, the first time you ran into a problem, you turned into HOEs.
And this is not, and once again, anytime we have any conversation, disclaimer,
we
don't say all, we talk about majority.
Oh, well, it ain't even majority. I'm saying that.
But I'm gonna be clear.
Enough of y'all have forfeited the moral high ground. You have shown that you aren't to be respected because you are more pure than men, more better than men. You're not. And then to top that off, once again, even on TV shows, you guys are reveling in the power that comes with being a bad guy. You forfeited the moral high ground, and you loving it. The problem is a vacancy of some sort. Something else takes that place. And men's opinion of you now, what that used to be this, what's going to take the place of that? It used to be pretty high. You used to have that higher moral ground, But I've been saying it for years. Women have this power, but they use it for evil. Now TV shows are saying that I said it, but now you can see it on TV, right?
Facts.
So that's the whole point that I was getting through. It's like y'all reveling in being the villains, but the difference between men and women is this. When I see Superman, I know I can't put a cape around my neck and jump off the top of my roof. When I see Spider-Man, Bruce Lee, it doesn't matter. I know that I'm not about to go and kick 16 dudes in the face and then grab some nunchucks and beat another 16. It's not going to happen. It's a movie. When I see Dom jump in a car and drive at 200 miles an hour in reverse, I'm not going to do that. But when women see a bad B on TV, we end up dealing with that in our own house.
Message.
I mean, feel like I'm wrong.
Chaos. So, and I'll readily admit that it's the media coming into your house that's doing it, but it's not just the crazy people like who was on with Ice Cube, the 4 ladies who was talking that junk on Fox the
News.
Souls of Fox. Like that?
Yeah, Fox. When they just
demolished, tore up his plan. Yeah.
But I can understand that not everybody watching the news, but this is entertainment. This kids are loving this. Y'all want them. Y'all just want women to think being a villain is a good, strong empowerment thing. I'm just wondering who's pushing that narrative and what's the benefit. But hey, I could be wrong. Feel free to let me know. What you think, brother?
You hit a lot. There's a lot there to unpack, and nothing to rebuttal. I mean, I agree.
You know, me and you agree too much on this kind of stuff. If you got something to say, put it in the comments.
I mean, you have to. I mean, come on now. Like, I say this a lot. We are more logical thinkers, so you know, if you were saying something that makes sense, then I'll challenge it. I'm like, okay, now I agree with that, and here's why. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the thing is, if you disagree, listen. We all will not agree on everything, but if you do disagree with something, give a valid point. Don't start with, well, I feel this. I said this last episode, you never should start any argument with I feel and I think. You need to have, I know, facts, this time, this day. You need to provide information. So, which is cool. And like I said, what the Seth the Dark Child said as well, you know, it's not really out here trying to bash women and all that. And if it doesn't apply to you, let it fly. That's number one. But for a lot of women, it does apply, and you need to sit back and look at your life overall and find the accountability in what you're doing and what are you doing it for.
Wow. Hey,
because like I said, Sylvia and Loki, it was all about her. She didn't care about nobody else. Yes, she was by herself her whole life, but she actually found the man that we can do this together. I love you, and all you do is kick him to the side.
Bro,
and get rid of them, and then kill it, and then now you cause more chaos.
I want to add. You know what? I do want to add something because this will easily pop up in comments. In Avengers: Infinity War, they could have got the gauntlet off Thanos' hand. But Star-Lord had an emotional moment.
Oh, he did.
So before you say guys do it too. There is no guy alive right now that thinks he was in his masculine when he pulled that particular stuff.
No, none of us co-sign that.
Dude, he was so far in his feminine, it was ridiculous.
And then he punched him. I mean, that's
over and over.
Come on, man. Right? I mean, see, if he was a man and still emotional, instead of hitting a butt in the gun, he just would have shot him in the head and been dead. Movie over.
Wait, get the gauntlet off his hand.
I mean,
I don't care what you do after that, dude. Handle it like a dude. Listen, but you got a mission and a
job. What I'm saying, if he just shot him in the head, boom, bullet to the head, he did.
Exactly.
They got the glove off, and that's it. No one would have died besides people who died prior to him. I'm just saying.
None of it had to happen.
None of it happened.
But he was once again, Star-Lord might have been a guy, but whoever wrote these movies, that was a truckload of feminine energy. Tell me I lie.
He lost cool points in that one. I'm like, really, bro?
No,
really. I mean, I know it's a movie. I know it's a TV show, but it's still like, come on, man. Really? We don't really do that.
No, dude. Who does that, bro? that was so much feminine energy being discharged right then. I thought he was gonna have a period right after that.
But listen,
I was a little bit wrong to say that.
but no, you cool. But think about that. With everything we said today on this show, we talked about power.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about Loki.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about Endgame,
Mm-hmm.
Infinity Story, or Symphony
Infinity
Stone.
War. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, Infinity War, and Games of Thrones.
Mm-hmm. We could have kept going.
No, we could definitely keep going. But the point I'm trying to make is that out of the 5 episodes or movies and TV shows we brought up, only one of them had a guy in it that had a feminine moment compared to the other 4. And these are just random things we brought up.
And it caught us off guard. We were like, what in the world is he doing?
Right.
No dude. I've never talked to a dude that saw that as anything other than, I guess, pandering. Dudes do it too. Dudes get emotional too. That must have been that. It was one strong female writer in the writer's room and said, let's give him an emotional moment.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in to the show, The Chop Team, today, as we talk about who's causing chaos and the rise of the female villain. We're live on YouTube every Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern time, right? So subscribe, like, share, dislike, whatever. Do it on YouTube. But we're on all platforms on our podcast show. So Google, Apple, Spotify, iHeart, tune in. Let us know what you think. And we out, people.
Peace.
Peace.